pray for the candidates because it's the gist of the matter. First of all, I want to appreciate the school for giving us opportunity to do our work. My name is Qasim Shuaib Abdul Khaliq Magombe Miskinullah. I'm the Imam of Masjid Makkah in Musamaga. I also double as the secretary of DAAWAH in Mbale city, here where we are. It's because of the good relationship that we have with the school. But given our busy schedules, we cannot be in a position to be here. But I want to appreciate whoever is very busy, beginning from our parents, the clergy, and the Ministry of Education for sparing time for these children. Actually, Chief Guest, you have not come here because of administration. You have come here purposely because of the children, and we want to appreciate. This message goes to you as candidates. RDC, where R stands for continuous revision. Before you have written your exams, continue reading. You have not yet finished. Have discussion with D and consult your teachers up to the end. What we don't want is teachers to put you together and teach you, but consultation, I may be guided by the education officer, but consultation by a learner, I don't think whether that one is bad by the ministry. So I want to ask you, continue consulting teachers until you finish your last paper. I want to give you a trick that D plus D plus D, you will achieve a D, where the first D stands for your personal discipline. Never shall you be successful if you have no discipline. Even when you are bright, you are bound to fail. Even when you were good at the beginning, we have seen very many head prefects in schools who turned to be failures, and yet they were good at the beginning. That's why we elected them to be leaders. But discipline is mandatory. The second D stands for your determination. Even when you're not working well before, but with your determination, you can make it. The third D is dedication. You dedicate your time to your books. Don't mind about the way you are being treated. Mind about your books. Everything shall come tomorrow. If they didn't give you upkeep since then up to today, and the parent has not come, don't put that in your mind. Dedicate your time to your books and you will make it. And for that matter, it will be equivalent to a distinction in all the subjects. That's why I told you D plus D plus D is equal to D. I want to request you that we are calling upon all of you as candidates. As you're moving out, we are sending you to the field. Become ambassadors of change. We don't want you to become part of the problem of the society as you leave this school. Remember that Chinua Achebe, in his book about, he said things fall apart. He talked about Africa. The time will come when our morals are left and are abandoned, and we take up the morals that are not ours. That's why you see that we are even fighting homosexuality, something that is not debatable, but we are debating even at Parliament. So we are asking all of you to ensure that the morals that you have left with from Mbale City, kindergarten and primary school, please maintain them. We want to see you as ambassadors of change. We are expecting a lot from you. You are the leaders of tomorrow. The moment we mess up with you, then we are not having a generation that is going to be of value. I want you to remember that this road where you are is a historical road. They gave it a name, Yoweri Kaguta Museven Road. His Excellency, in his words, when he was addressing the people of Mbale. I quote, he said, "I cherish Maluku because it's my area. I used to hide there. And Maluku as an area, Mbale as a zone is very important in the mission of national resistance movement. So NRM cherishes this area. And for that matter, we don't want any mess in the area of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museven. In the education system, we are deliberate. When we are teaching children, we include morals, we include cross-cutting issues, we include values, we include generic skills. We want you to move out when you are people of substance and you matter. It is deliberate. The ministry is deliberate for ensuring that children in schools are supposed to also, in addition to academics, they are supposed to be given part of morals. That's why you are not allowed to stand the way you want when you are addressing an elder. That's why you humble yourself. That's why we teach you to kneel down, because those are the African values that we want them in you. Institutions of learning have turned up to be only business oriented. They're not minding about morals, but we thank and appreciate Mbale City. It has stood the test of time, that it produces children who are academically upright. Like even in the message that has just been given by the learners, we also mind morals. Don't let us down. Our dear parents, we want to request you kindly that as learners go back home, we've been in school, we've been asking them to help us clean classes. As they reach home, yes, hold them as eggs, but know that you are spoiling them. A parent who is squeezing a learner, a child, to do some housework is helping a child. The maids have turned our children to be a mess in the society. In the name of protecting my children, when the maid is reported for having used the children in cleaning the house, the parent plans to see off the maid, not knowing that you are spoiling a kid. In Buganda, whether you are a boy or you are a girl, you are taught how to hustle. An African child is supposed to be trained to hustle on his own. It is high time that we did our part and we left everything for God. It's the role of the parents that can help to nurture our children. Schools do, but they don't do a lot. The mother is the one who bears a child for 9 months. For the period that you have a kid in your womb, the child is learning a lot. And therefore, we mind about you. As clergy, we have a responsibility. We can only add a dose, but we expect a church in your home. We expect a mosque in your home. We can only add. The best prayer is the prayer of a parent to the children. I want to tell you, even when a parent, you don't say anything, but you keep quiet when you are annoyed, your annoyance will reach a child because you are annoyed. But the moment you are quiet and you have goodwill for the children, they will make it. And therefore, I want to ask all the parents that before we can add, we are a third party, but a parent is so near the children. And therefore, I want to implore you that as you go, let's continue praying for our children until they complete exams. I want to give a scripture. God said in the Holy Quran that when they ask you, my servants, tell them that I'm near them, so close to them when they call upon me and they invoke upon my name. I am even near them than their vein of life. So I want to call upon the candidates that wherever you are, begin with the Lord. The Lord is closer to you than anybody else. Is even closer to you than even your life, and yet you cherish your life so much. Your life is nothing to God. God is closer than even life. Anybody else who claims your life will not manage it if God says no. And therefore, if God says yes, nobody can say no.